Hey guys, this is Phil. It's just me on the Pterabyte server. I've just come back from the Nether. Haven't actually played Minecraft since me and Richard made the Blaze Farm. My village is still here, luckily. This episode I'm just going to be doing a small few things around my base. But I need to talk about some stuff as well. But hopefully this episode's going to be in 720p, hooray! I'm just testing it out. Let's see, because I'm trying new render settings, but we will talk about that. So, let's well get on with it, and I'll have a small look at the sheep farm, see what I've done over here. It's not that much. Progress is slowly being made. I've got some of the ceilings sort of done. I'm not really making too much of a deal trying to get this completely finished, but when I need one colour of wool, then I will get some sheep into their pens and dye them and make them breed. But I've been working on the outside. It's leaves with lime wool behind them, so I need to get some lime wool and some leaves. Luckily I have a sheep farm and a tree farm and some shears. Well, it is a shame that shears disintegrate so quickly. Gee, I need some wheat really. The sheep levels are not adequate. I think that was lime green. On second thoughts, I need to check. So, lime green is the 6th one on the left, so I'll remember that. So, it's the end of the summer holidays. I'm recording this on a Tuesday and I go back tomorrow on Wednesday. This could potentially be a problem, because I'm in 6th form. This might not make sense to Americans, but I'm 17, 6th form's 2 years of A-levels. You do an AS level, then you can carry on your subjects to A2. And AS was quite difficult, but I got 4 A's, which wasn't bad, but it is... oh, sorry, super lag. Doing A-levels is quite time-consuming, it's not easy, there's a lot of homework, and I've only been making videos because it's a holiday and I've got loads of free time. So I will try and make videos at A2, I might drop one subject, so I'll just be left with 3, but I've got a busier timetable than I did last year, so if I do make videos they might be very slow, but I am going to prioritize my educations over making videos. I'm sorry guys, I've got the wheat. But yeah, that's how it is. Well, I especially won't be able to make videos around January or Christmas and then in June, because that's when the exams are, so I'll be revising like crazy. If you want to know what A-levels I'm doing maths, further maths, physics and music technology, with hope to go and do computer science at uni. Where am I going? Yes, leaves. So talking and playing Minecraft is quite difficult. I'm definitely going to need some more iron because shears just disappear so quickly. Diamonds. That'll do. I think some of the trees down here are already a bit naked. I'm slowly working on the tree farm. Once again, it's just... I will build it as I need stuff. Whee! Shit, cannot handle the sheer lag. Get it, sorry. There's one disadvantage I've realised from my tree farm is that because everything's sort of indented down a bit, it can be a little bit tricky to pick up items. You have to walk into the precise square. It's kind of annoying, but shouldn't make too much of a hassle. I'm gonna cut the video because it's lagging a bit here. One thing I really don't like about the wool is that orange sheep, I'm hauling some orange wool, but it's like, where's the orange sheep? I think it's this one, because the sheep there, the wool on the sheep just does not look like the one in the inventory. And this is very annoying. I actually can't tell the difference between any of the colours. It also seems that the sheep are different shades anyway. Like that one looks slightly less neon than that one, but I think they're all blue. This one's clearly the wrong colour though, I can tell that, and that one, but I don't know, maybe it's just where they're standing, it makes their wool slightly brighter or darker. Also, I have added a button, like, next to every single pen. This is so if you're like standing up here and you want some sheep and you want to push them, you don't have to run all the way back down to the end. You can just press the button that you are standing on, but you will need to press the same button because it sets off all the water to the left of the button. So if you press another one, you'll turn some off and some will stay on. So if one of my friends want to control me in a stylish way, they can just press random buttons and I'll have to try and figure out which order I have to press them in to get it back to normal. That'd be cool, but please don't mess with the colorblind guy. So I'll just carry on collecting wool and we'll start working on the wools. Right, I've got 128 lime wool, which is gonna get to work on the farm. I killed the 2 orange sheep that I had. I was going to dye them, but I didn't have any cactus, so I couldn't make any lime green wool. So, well, there's still a kind of dyeing involved. Evil laugh. Now I won't do the end bit because it's a bit fiddly because I'm not quite sure what design I want, like just after you come up the stairs. So to make this, I'm going to have to dig 2 blocks back, as you can see here, and then just plunk my wool and then my leaves. You can't really see that the wool is actually green behind the leaves. It's a bit of a problem, but oh yeah, there was some gravel here which fell down and accidentally removed the water, so I'll have to fix that. But you can sort of tell that there's wool behind it. I'm not gonna like change all this into wool, like everything beneath the fences and around the grass, all those blocks there. I just can't be bothered. I think this looks quite nice anyway, nice and natural. So, just want to talk about render settings. I use Sony Vegas, and up to this point I have been rendering in WMV format, because it's the only one I really knew about. But after looking on the internet and talking to Chaser, whose channel you should go and look at because he's cool, gave me a shout out. Thank you, Chaser. I have hopefully now going to render in MP4 format, which is more designed towards internet streaming, and I'm not sure if the file sizes are going to be smaller or bigger, but I wasn't really happy with the quality of most of my episodes so far, which are WMV, especially the audio. It's a bit bland. Like when I watch the clips that I've recorded, they sound so much better than what you actually get on YouTube, so it's a bit of a shame. But the second half of last episode was an MP4. It was an excessively high quality, 15 megabits per second. Chaser uses 6 megabits per second and it looks fine. So it took a very long time to upload. It was a very big file size, but hopefully that should go down and the quality of video should go up. What else do I have to talk about? I have a list. Something I forgot to talk about me not making videos. This might sound like a bit of an excuse, but I have got a very bad back problem. People at the hospitals and doctors have not been they haven't been able to tell me what's actually wrong. I think I just grew up very quickly, didn't do much exercise, and I do have scoliosis, which means my spine is curved sideways, so it actually looks like an S. It's not that bad. If you don't like looking at gross pictures, I wouldn't recommend you Google scoliosis, because I know I've really creeped out some of my friends, because it can get pretty serious. But mine's not too bad, but whatever's going on, my back hurts all the time. So sometimes I just have to go and lie down. I need days off school, just can't do anything. It just makes life a little bit more difficult than it could be. Sometimes I get a bit down about it and just don't feel like doing anything. So, might sound like, it's me all the time, I'm complaining. But, it is quite annoying after 2 years of solid back pain. I think I'll have a man flu mint, which my girlfriend got for me. They're very nice. There's tons of them though. Don't know what she's implying. But I'll just carry on with the rest of the wool that I've got, and then I think I'm going to go and look at the mob trap, because I haven't finished it. So I'm just nearing the end of a big stone delivery, or furnicification, because I need to go and finish off the walls inside the mob trap, like the bit of it that's underground, we need some nice stone brick walls. So we're going to go and have a look at that. I haven't really done much on the mob trap since whenever my last video on it was. Oh yeah, item frames. To make those you get 8 sticks and then put a piece of leather in the center, I believe, and then you have to right click holding the item that you want to put in it, but you do have to have your cursor quite near the center, or you'll just place the block on the frame and the frame will pop off. Not sure if it's on right now. Hopefully soon I will actually connect up some of these things, because I spent all that time building this and I don't actually use it. But no, the mob system is off. Okay. So you can go through here. There's actually a double door. There is wiring underneath, so that when you press one pressure plate, both the doors open. Well, they won't open at the same time, unfortunately. I don't think this is actually possible, because this pressure plate will always open this door, and then no matter how much redstone you do, I think you will always need at least one torch to power this. That is, if you want it flush with the environment, because you can't see any of the redstone. But these are just 2 pressure plates plunked next to doors, so yeah, so are these, because it gets quite cramped. Then you've got a little walkway up here, not designed or anything, and here is the piston door. The reason I've got the piston door is because I don't want any light coming through from there, so you have to like have a wave using solid blocks to stop the light from coming through, i.e. pistons. Unfortunately, because my wiring's not that well designed, so the button over there is in a funny place. But this is what the wiring's like. From, I think the button's behind there, then there's a bit of delay so you can actually get to the door and hopefully go through it without crushing you. And then the other button comes out there, into this wire, which goes into a torch. And there's wire there, and then 2 pieces of wire up there. That will power all 3 pistons, so when power goes in they will retract, and that just runs over to the other side, and then you've got the exact same thing but mirrored. And yep, I can get out. Damn stone bricks. I'm gonna need a lot more stone bricks than this, now that I think about it. So hup. Slowly putting doors and signs on each bit of the trap so I know how high or low I am. It's just handy. So, I think I've run out of things to... oh no! Now, for some reason the case or the side of my computer has been open for ages and it has been quite quiet, and then put the case back on, and maybe it's because it's a warm time of year, for some reason it's just so very loud, and this microphone is quite sensitive, and maybe if you listen closely in my videos you will be able to hear a slight background hum. I don't really like this. Maybe it's because I'm doing music tech, I'm very picky about these things, but it might be there, it might not be there. I don't know. Someone will have to tell me. But I've got a fan on as well, because it's very warm. So I'm just going to carry on doing the walls until I go insane. It's not that interesting. This video should sort of clean up my base, because I don't like to leave projects unfinished, but it seems on this world I'm building very big, epic, ambitious things, and I just don't have the ambition to finish them all completely, like as I build them. But I sort of like having multiple projects on the go at one time, just so I don't get bored, and I do actually want to play on Minecraft. Because I joined Minecraft in beta 1.3, I think, and I think I would make a new world pretty much every time there was a game upgrade, so this must be like at least our 10th world, and hopefully it's going to be the best. I have said to everyone, look, we're not having any more worlds anymore, this is the final one, and they seem pretty happy with it, which is strange, because normally we're like, yeah, update, new world, woo! But no, you're sticking with what you've got this time, unless Mojang, or Mojang, I don't know how to pronounce it, do a serious game-changing updates. This is the thing I do not like about the fact that they have technically released the game, but they are constantly making snapshots. It's like, if you look in the future, back in time, as to when they released Minecraft, it's like they just fired an arrow with a blindfold at the timeline of Minecraft. I don't really see why Minecraft 1.0 was the official release. There wasn't that much about it. And I don't like how they release snapshots, like so many snapshots. I think they should just give you updates, like automatically update your game, and just that be the end of it, really. Also, they should, I think, really, they should try not to break worlds. I really don't like the changes that they keep making to mob spawners. They've nerfed the XP. It seems they just try and ruin the fun of players. I think if you haven't fixed something by now, don't fix it, although for some people it will actually be breaking it. Well, there are some glitches that I don't mind. Some things I don't like to include in my world, because I think that doesn't make sense. It's going to get patched eventually, like half slabs didn't used to burn, but I thought they made of wood, so they should. I need to be able to... Right, how was I? I was talking about snapshots and glitches and things. Yeah, I'm not a game developer, but I've always been interested in it, and if a certain game mechanic doesn't really make sense to me, like half slabs not burning, then I won't use it, because I try and do things that I think won't get patched, because one day it will make me sad if they do get patched. And I try not to do anything that gives you a huge advantage in the game. It's like sand duplicators. I think that's not fair. You're creating a non-renewable block indefinitely, but you shouldn't be able to do that. You have to go and explore and get it yourself. Iron farms, as in getting iron golems to spawn. Richard and Rob don't like that. Originally I thought, dude, that's not fair, that's free iron, but I think the effort that it takes to build, and I think it's a very clever invention anyway. Like some of the things that people have made in Minecraft, they're just very smart. I think, in terms of all the games I've played, people just, they know so much about the game mechanics, and they come up with wonderful things, and I think it's awesome. That's why this is one of the best games ever. Well done, Notch. I forgot what I was talking about now. I'll just carry on building the walls. I'm going slightly crazy. It is very warm, I hadn't realised. And I'm just making walls. Going back to school tomorrow, not getting enough sleep. So I've finished this layer. I was going a bit crazy just then, sort of babbling about whatever came into my head. Perhaps I'm not used to improvising about and talking to people, but I'm going to have to get used to it. But please will help me open up as a person, making video game commentaries online by myself. That'll help. Yeah. So now we're going to go back down to the tree farm and need to talk, because poor Rob, he was transporting things from his storage room, and I think he just died, as far as I'm aware. He was just walking along and he died from suffocation damage. You can't really explain why that happens in Minecraft. Sometimes you just walk along and you're dead. I'm the lucky one on this server. I don't think I've actually died from a glitch death, but he was carrying his iron and his gold and his diamond. He had 20 diamond blocks, and we said you can spawn that back in, that's really not fair, but he said no. So I have been doing some strip mining to try and get some resources to give to Rob, because he's given me a lot of stuff. I finally got a place to mine, I might as well use it. That's sort of the idea of this room. It's going to give me loads of spaces to branch mine off. If you want to know, they're 112 blocks long, because I went 112 blocks before I hit lava and just thought, I'll stop there. So far I've only got 1 diamond, but I've expanded the room like 1 block further, so it will now be exactly 50 by 50. I'm not sure I made that obvious before. It was 48 by 48, and it's going to have like solid wood plank border. Not too sure what I want to do about the walls. I don't want to just make everything out of wood planks or look a bit boring, although that's sort of what I've been doing. And this isn't a good place to look, but I do quite like what the TNT left over when it exploded. It looks very natural and very cool. I still can't see it from here. one of these staircases. It gives you a really nice view, but I'm considering putting glass like at the 8 block limit, because I think that's how much space you should leave for a tree, because I don't want them growing into those massive ones. Yeah, it does look pretty cool, but I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. I still want it to fit into the wooden theme. So, I don't think I've actually got anything else to talk about this episode. Once again, it's probably going to be a short, talky one, but I'm losing my mind right now. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you next time, hopefully.